All right, so this is an unplanned video. I was thinking yesterday about really just working out. And I thought about some of the battles people face or go through whenever they're kind of working out in front of people, whether it be on the field, whether it be in the weight room. And I decided that this was a topic that needed to be discussed. So today we're going to talk about kind of fighting that inward battle of letting people see the work that you're putting in. Because a lot of times we become ashamed, we become embarrassed because of how hard we work. And a lot of people say working in silence, but working in silence is easy. You feel me? Now, granted, you're not going out telling everybody, but you are working, you're putting in that work. And other people may see it and question, like, why is he working that hard? And your goals may be so big that you don't even want to discuss them with certain people because you don't want that doubt, that fear to come in and kind of cause you to forsake your goals. And so a lot of times we get caught up in, I'm trying to hide, or I'm not going to do this because people are going to say this. Don't worry about what other people are saying. And throughout this video, I'm going to talk about an inward battle that I've been dealing with, or that I've dealt with, that has hindered me. A couple of things that have hindered me. But like I said, today's an unplanned video. We got squat today. And today's a longer workout video just because I don't work this week, so I don't have to work today. So this week is going to be a lot more in the gym. Now next week is going to tap back down. But for this week, since we can do more, we will do more. So we can go ahead and warm up a little bit. Starting off with squats. So hopefully I can put 335, but realistically it's 315 on the bar. So and don't worry about the form. The form will be right by the time I put all the weight on the bar. Right now we're just warming up. I might have to find that band and get some knee extensions in.
I'm disappointed. I woke up early to get here to see y'all. He said, love y'all.
He said his little girl wasn't feeling good, so he was going to stay at home.
Okay, well that's it.
Yeah, he didn't want to wake her up. She still slept in the bed.
I got you. Yeah, I had to break that habit with my boy a long time ago.
All right, this is the fourth and final set. Honestly, and I haven't talked the whole time, but this is work. I don't even know if I would have made it to 335, but I got 315 on the bar right now. But even with squat and dealing with people watching, or even talking right now with the camera and people are in the gym, granted, I think Yeah, they left this room, but I'm still recording, even though I didn't talk as much, just because I didn't want this video to be as long, nor did I want to get caught up in talking. And I need to hurry and get done with this next set. But with squat, I feel like I look like I should squat more than I actually do. But the thing is, I'm squatting when I'm squatting, regardless of what I feel like people think I should squat, regardless of what I feel like I personally should be squatting, or regardless of my history of what I have squatted. It doesn't matter. I can only do what I can currently do. So it doesn't matter that I used to squat 445. It doesn't matter I used to work out with 405. Like right now, I'm at where I'm working out with 315. And while that still may be respectable for me, it's just it's a constant reminder of how I've fallen and not kept myself accountable. So the thing is, regardless of who's looking, regardless of who may be watching, you still have to put that work in. Still got to put that work in, and don't feel like, oh shoot, I done talked all this, but I'm doing this right here, or I may not look like what I talked about. It doesn't even matter. You have to do what you're capable of doing. So if I can only do 315, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, granted, a couple months ago, like literally a couple, maybe even last month, I was working out with 225, but I took it at its pace. And if I had gotten to the point in my mind where like, I feel like I should be squatting more than this, so I have done more than this, then I never would have gotten to this point where I'm working out with 315 now with 4x5. Now, granted, which is more than I used to do. So progress may not happen as fast as you want it to, but trust the process and then know it's gonna happen. So let's go knock this last set out. And I don't even know if y'all can see my head in that, but it'll be okay. Don't count that one. Shouldn't count that one either, but made the last one best one. That was not the best one. One more. It's better. That was a bad one, but we're gonna rock with it. Whew. Kind of expand upon it a little bit is, and even right now, what you just saw was RDLs. I'm doing a 135. Just yesterday, my sister did the same 3x5. I think it was 3x5. Might have been 4. But she still did whatever by 5 with 315. And a lot of times we tend to get discouraged because we're not where somebody we know or are close with is at. And honestly, I'm gonna speak candidly. Like they used to bother me a little bit. Like, dang, I used to be, and I've spoke about this. She knows about this. I used to be stronger than her. Like, and I'm gonna get back there. Don't get it twisted now. But I used to be stronger than her, and so now that I've seen the growth that she's put in and how much I've fallen off, it's like, dang, what's the point? And I haven't thought about what's the point, but I know a lot of times that get into people's mind like I'm not where they are, so why am I trying to get there? But honestly, nobody else should be your bar. You should just try to be better each and every single day. And honestly, that's how I've gotten back to squatting what I was squatting, is because I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. All right, I might not be at 405 or 455, 465, 475, 500, but I can add 5 more pounds today, more than I did last week or week before, 3 weeks ago. Regardless of what it is, make sure you're progressing based upon what you are capable of doing, not based upon what somebody else is capable of doing. The last time I tried this out, I actually overshot where I took a year, 2 years off, and I tried to jump right back into 315 and I couldn't do it. Not 2 years, a year off. And I couldn't do it. And so then I ended up having knee pain and all these other things that caused me to have even more setbacks. So when I came back this time, I started back with 225. Matter of fact, I started back with 135. I was doing dynamic effort squats and I started back with 135. But now, we're getting back to where we need to be. And like I told her, I said 405, like I'm gonna be at 405. No, I said I might be at 500 by the end of the year. If I keep progressing the way that I have been, I might be at 500 by the end of the year. But if I don't, it's cool. Like, I'm just focusing on myself, trying to be better each and every day. So don't get caught up in looking at if you're playing football, don't look at what another team is doing or another person at your position is doing, how they're ranked 5 stars or how they got all these offers. Just do you. Be better than you were yesterday. If you ran 540s yesterday and got 4.5 on all of them, let's say you got 5 flat, all right, boom, rest the next day or the next 2 days. Might hit a gym session in, but the next day you come out, your goal should be 4.9. Or at least a tenth of a second faster than you were that day. If it was 5 flat, try to get 4.99. If it was 5.03, try to get 5.02. Each day, push yourself and continue to learn and develop so that you can be better than you were. So, I said a lot of times we get caught up in looking at other things or trying to think we should be somewhere where we actually have to put in the work to be. And that hinders us or causes us to forsake our journey, but that shouldn't be the goal. Be better than you were yesterday. Do more than you did yesterday. Hold yourself accountable each and every day. Like even right now, this is my last set. I don't want to, like, usually I do like three groupings of exercises and be done. Today I got 4 because I got more time. Right now I'm like, dang, I'm pushing I pushed it in squat. We should be done with RDLs, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable. We got Bulgarian split squats after this, superset with alternating split lunges. Then we have pull-ups, and so I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I could be done right now and say I got work in, because I actually did, but what's on the paper is what's on the paper. So we're gonna do it, and since we got the time to do it, we're gonna make sure we get it done. But let's go and knock this third set out. right, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all about to see the raw, uncut Bulgarian split squats. And honestly, like I said, I don't feel like doing these. But, and what I started to do, I was like, you know what? Let me say I didn't do them and not do them, so I can let them know it's okay. Sometimes if you push yourself, if you like to a certain limit, and your body is telling you to, all right, that's enough. Like sometimes you got to listen to your body. Other times you got to push through it. Right now, I probably should be listening, but I also probably shouldn't because I'm working on discipline and being committed to the goal. So it's it's double-edged sword. You feel me? You could make it worse, and other times you could push yourself to higher heights. So y'all about to see the off balance, the pauses, everything. Y'all ain't gonna see all the sets. This is just the first set, but y'all gonna see what it realistically looks like to do a Bulgarian split squats when you ain't done them in a while and when your core isn't as strong as it used to be. Now, granted, we still gonna knock this out. Don't get it twisted, but it's gonna be some work. And honestly, now everything is cold. I took my hoodie off, so I'm sweating, but it'll be okay. Six. Sheesh. And there you have it. I ain't gonna lie. That one. While I wanna superset it, y'all saw the struggle just then. So we're gonna superset with pogos instead of Bulgarian alternating split lunge. Because right now split lunge ain't happening. So we're gonna knock the pogos out. All right, so basically we're done. We got pull-ups left, but I'm not gonna show those. I'm just going to wrap it up here. But like I said, this is an unplanned video. Didn't have any intention of doing it. Next video I plan on being either workout with some of my guys or me going into episode 2 of Wide Receiver Chronicles. But we find ourselves here. So like I said, don't get distracted by what's going on around you, who's watching, who thinks you should be this or where you even think you should be at just due to the work you put in. The thing is, work doesn't discriminate. Now, genetics play into some things a little bit, so I'm not going to say you're running a 7.3 now with the age of 15. You can run a 4.3 by the time you 18. I'm not saying that it could be possible, but you got to understand what your goals are. So set realistic goals and then set unrealistic ones, so that even if you fall short of the unrealistic ones, you at least attain the realistic ones. Like the quote said, shoot for the stars. No, they say aim for the moon. So even if you fail, you might still land amongst the stars. But I'm gonna say shoot for the stars, because even if you fall short, you might still land on the moon, which means you're out of this world. So don't compare yourself to other people. You can use them as a gauge if you're trying to motivate yourself to push harder to get more work done. But don't allow yourself to get distressed and anxious about certain things, because The reason they're ahead of you is because they put in more work than you. More likely than not. Most of the time, that's the bread and butter of it. Like the reason why my sister's ahead of me now is because she's putting more work than me now. The reason why certain receivers that I played with, not that I played with, that were the same age as me, because I played with, I feel like I was better than. But the ones that I played alongside of, like those in other states or other teams or whatnot, they were better than me because they put in more work than me. I started late, and I can respect that. And I still feel like I should have put in more work because I didn't attain the goals I wanted to. So you don't want to look back on your life and be like, dang, I should have did this, or I should have pushed myself more. Push yourself more now, and the results will show. If you don't push yourself, you're gonna have regrets. But if you push yourself, give everything you got right now in this moment, then when you look back on it, you can say it must. Honestly, you can believe it in God's hand at that point. Like, all right, must not have been God's will. Like for me, I kind of teeter back and forth with that. Like, all right, it wasn't God's plan for me to play in the league, and between like, dang, I started late. But I got to look back at myself, because even then I had opportunity in college, but I didn't do what was necessary. And so it all falls back on me. And if I give everything I can, then it'll turn out for my good. Now, what that good may be, God is to determine. But if it's not working for me, it's always going to be working on me. But we'll go ahead and unrack this way. Bulgarian split squats did what they were supposed to do. I'm going to knock these pull-ups out, and I'll see y'all in the next video.